Welcome and thank you for joining us today here at Singapore Business Review. My special guest today is Tanya Rolfe, CEO and founder of Sophia Women, a newly launched financial learning platform for women in Asia. Welcome, Tanya, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Great to be here.
So let's start with, can you tell us more about Sophia Women?
Of course, yes. So Sophia is a financial education platform for women. We are headquartered in Singapore, where I'm based, and we also have an office in Hong Kong. And the platform is here to address the gender wealth and the gender investing gap that we see between men and women.
All right. So may I ask, why did you start it?
Yes, of course. So there's three, I have two other partners who are based in Hong Kong, but for myself, my personal motivation was that I previously ran a VC fund in Singapore for women entrepreneurs across Southeast Asia. And it was during that time that I saw just how biased the world was, in particular, institutional capital. And it really was a sort of very steep learning curve, I would say, to understand that. I think I took away from that an understanding that the world is very biased on a capital flow. And when you look at institutional investors and they're flowing capital down through to capital allocators, so venture capitalists, who are then in turn flowing that capital down to entrepreneurs, to the founders. And I just saw how at every stage, the people that were flowing that capital all looked the same, and it rarely included and involved women. And so what I sort of took away from that is, wow, where are the women entrepreneurs getting their support from? Because there's no capital for them. Where are the businesses that are being built for women? Because if women are building businesses, let's say, particularly for female health, for example, where do we get that money from? Because when I look at the flow of capital, there's no space for women, or largely. So I turned inwards and took some time out and really thought about, how do I tackle this problem, which was how do I get more money to female entrepreneurs so they can build these businesses for women? We're 51% of the population, and yet we receive 2 to 3% of all venture capital funding. So I looked inwards and I came up with the idea that women could support other women. Women have around a third of the world's wealth, which is probably around $93 trillion by the end of this year. So that's a lot of capital, and we're a majority. So we can actually support women entrepreneurs, because also we actually care about a lot of these businesses that women are building.
That sounds like a lot of help for women, and I'm really happy to hear that there are women out there who are willing to help each other out. So may I know, how will it benefit other women, even just the main ones, since you've mentioned a lot already?
Yeah, so the thing I love about Sophia is that it is an entire ecosystem. So if you take a woman who doesn't have any financial education, because actually our our education system the world over excludes financial wellness, financial education, financial literacy. So we all come out of school and college without those basic life skills that I think are woven throughout our entire lives and so important. So if you take a woman who doesn't have those skills and you give them the skills to manage a budget, to understand incomings, outgoings, to understand what investing is all about. And if we do that early, if we do that with women and then feel comfortable and safe in that space, the jargon is removed, it's in relatable stories that really appeals to women. And I believe that we can do that at Sophia because we are women ourselves and have gone through this journey ourselves. And you take that one woman on a journey. Okay, we've covered your financial basics. Okay, now we're going to have a look at your relationship with money, the psychology of the relationship with money, which is not always that positive actually because of the way we've been socialized. And then we say, okay, and now we're going to start investing. And once you perhaps get to a point where you can start investing, and not everyone is going to be an investor, but for those that are, we can direct some of that investment capital towards women entrepreneurs. So we're assisting, those that need help with their financial basics. We're assisting those that want to start investing and learning about investing, and we're supporting female entrepreneurs.
Okay, so now let's go to the larger scale. What kind of impact do you expect to make on a larger scale?
Yeah, so I think I often say this, wellness. So, we talk about wellness so much these days. And I think a lot of that has come out of COVID, where, we've all probably, to varying degrees struggled with mental health issues, with, social isolation. None of these things are natural or good for us as humans. We need that social interaction. So I think wellness is top of mind for everyone. And you see a lot of corporates looking at how can they support their employees in terms of their wellness. So whether that's a meditation app, whether that's time off, or additional support, therapists. We talk about wellness a lot, and so people are very I need to exercise, I need to eat organic food, I need to do go to this special gym class, all these things. I need to take more time out for myself. But you can't do any of those things unless your financial wellness is in place. So these are the foundations of all other wellnesses that we need and we crave in life. So let's get our foundations right through management of our finances, and let's get people excited about taking control of their finances. And then all the other joyful things that we find in life can actually happen, because when we get our financial wellness in place, all the other wellnesses will fall into place thereafter.
Well, thank you very much, Tanya. That has been a very insightful session. And I know that we still have a long way to go, especially in other Asian countries, but it's really reassuring to hear that there are women out there like you, like Sophia women, who are willing to help other women also to lift them up. And not a lot would know that bit about women controlling a third of the world's wealth. So it's really insightful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us today. Lastly, if the viewers are looking to learn more about Sophia Women, or if they want to consult you for advice, maybe know where to contact you or where they can reach out.
Sure. So our website is www.sophia with a PH women.com. So sophiawomen.com.
All right, got that. Thank you so much. Very awesome. And that's it for today. Again, I'm Ces Dumalanta for Singapore Business Review.